about the front. They got a little size on them. They got a little guy with the fire to them, especially at the linebacker position. This is a team we can't take for granted. We got to go in there, we got to execute, we got to start fast. I feel like that's one thing that we have been lacking the past few weeks. So if we could just get that going, get that chemistry going, and finish that out through the game, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Talk to KD at all about what it's like to play?
Oh, most definitely. He told me about a couple players. I ain't gonna say too much, but he told me about a couple of them, the linebackers, the corners, just their personality, how do they play, how they adapt to the game, how fiery they is, Good critical stuff that, we can use going against them. So.
Did you feel like you were able to get into a rhythm that first half against Oregon State? It seemed like you were kind of finding some momentum there.
Oh, most definitely. They did exactly what we practiced. So that wasn't a problem. We had to get away from it a little bit. We got too far behind, but I got a rhythm through the game. It was fun.
When you talk about wanting to establish, get going hot quickly, how much do you put that on yourself just as someone when you're trying to establish the run game and get the offense clicking?
Oh, I carry that with pride. I carry that every single game. I feel like running game is just a 1/3 of the offense, And if I can go up with a foot up, I feel like the offense can too, especially if it's just a 10-yard spark or 5-yard spark, whatever the case may be, man. If we need that spark, I feel like I'm that guy to look at. So I carry that on my shoulders a lot, proudly. So.
How do you feel like this team has responded the last couple days since coming off the loss?
I feel like our response, at first it was kind of slow, but eventually, through the week, I feel like everybody got a grasp of it. Of course, don't nobody like losing. We take that to the pride. We SC, that's totally unacceptable. So I feel like the team came out here today, adapted to it. We had a longer practice today, and everybody responded well today. So I'm excited.
How did you see the offensive line adjust from, the Washington State run blocking to Oregon State?
Just with the details, the techniques, and just fundamentals, I feel like that really did carry over, especially at the start of the game. I feel like offensive line doing a phenomenal job. We got to do a better job of putting them in the right situations and stuff like that. But other than that, man, the offensive line did a phenomenal job, and we started fast. So I feel like that's what we need. But we got to translate that over to 4 quarters.
How do you feel like you'll handle the altitude up there in Colorado?
I don't play football so long, whatever come up my way, the weather, altitude, for example. I remember when I was in Texas playing in West Virginia, the altitude there, so, I don't feel like that'd be a problem for me.
You took the first 10 carries before the bye. I know that was late in the fourth quarter. You started getting more carries. Do you feel like you're called upon, you're ready to kind of take on a bigger role in terms of carries in this run game?
Oh, most definitely. I'm an older guy, veteran guy. I know run fits. I know how safety fits. I know how linebackers fits, and I know gap responsibility from the D lineman. So I feel like put that on my shoulders, that won't be a problem.
What do you feel like this offense needs to do to create just more explosive plays?
Just play complementary football. I feel like we need to feed off one of each other. When your job is called up or whatever play, what type it is, just be ready. And I feel like when we can bounce off each other, put all the pieces together, I feel like we can score easily, like 50, 60 points a game easily. So.